Well, hello there, my friend. Here's an absolute random video about whatever the hell I talk about the next however long I talk about it. uh, I tried to get off the bandwagon of cigarettes and coffee and dabbled in smoking weed, the actual bud or the flower, as well as a vape. Them times have passed. Fell off the wagon. It's all right though. Uh, it's a temporary thing. I get it. You know, there's a part of me that says to give up all vices. So the vice being addiction, any addiction, all addictions. So cigarettes, coffee, weed. It's the only three I got left in my life. I gave up drinking and all the other hodgepodge of drugs, and I've thought about it. You know, being a one that was an addict. I mean, they say once an addict, always an addict. Uh, you know, I don't disagree with that. The wording's probably not the best there for that scenario because it makes it sound like there's no hope. But for someone who absolutely fell in love with drugs, and I literally fell in love with drugs, I gave up everything, including my freedom, for drugs. Um, you know, my liberties, as you will, if it, here in America, our rights. I gave all them up, and a rare car. You know what I mean? At the time, there was only less than 2,000 of them made, and somebody else has it now. I don't even know where it's at. It could be rotting in a junkyard. I doubt it though, but somebody saw that sucker and did some research and found out it was a person incarcerated. So they got a duplicate title and sat on it and probably take it to car shows now. Anyways, let bygones be bygones. The past is the past. Who you was doesn't matter. Who you was at the beginning of this video. I'm what, a couple minutes into it. It's in the past. The beginning of this video is in the past. So whoever you was when you started watching this video, it's in the past. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change who you are. You change who you are when you change who you are. You don't have to wait for some event to change who you are. I don't have to wait for some event to change who I am. I don't have to wait for a certain time. I don't have to wait till the 9-9 portal or the 7-7 portal or whatever, the full moon, the wolf moon, the asteroids, you know. All right, so there's one of my first interjections of two. Uh, the time thing, waiting on time. That I mentioned certain things, but there's more to it. Like uh, New Year's, everybody, I'm making New Year's resolution, or on my birthday, or the first of next month, or the last day of this month, whatever. It really, I mean, I guess that helps. You can psych yourself up to it. You can psych yourself out of it also. um, but not that setting a date is a bad thing. Uh, I was just getting across the point that you don't have to, just now. Now is all you have to quit for. Now is all you have to change for. Now is all just now. Listen, 1 second ago, I cannot change. And I was going to say, cannot, I cannot change 1 second ago. And uh, I cannot do anything 1 second into the future. Okay? So I can't change the past, not even by a fraction of a second. And I cannot do anything in the future. You can't do nothing in the future right now. Listen, we're here on a timeline. Tough shit. You can believe in all the other things you want to believe in, or don't. Time exists, my friend. Well, only thing you can do right now is right now. Like me saying right now, continuously, over and over and over again. Uh, oh, I mentioned a cigarette earlier. Yeah, on camera, baby. Whatever. I'm indulging. And this. And I got high. Speaking of high, hi Vegas Vin man. I need to look over here. Yay, Vinny. Anyways, uh, so I guess that kind of covers time. The other thing I wrote down was about bugs. I mentioned them hornets or wasps, whatever they were. They were the bigger, split body, flying, stinging, or have the capability of stinging insects. Do you know dragonflies eat wasps? There's an interesting little tidbit. I haven't seen any of them yet this year, but anyways. So my bug experience goes way back to just whatever. Probably gnats, sitting outside, a little gnat wants to fly in your eyeball or in your mouth. Probably started with them. Personal space, dude. What are you doing? What do you want to look at in my eye? Are you trying to appear bigger than you are? I get it. I see you. Now go away. Or state your intent. Maybe you're here to heal me somehow. You need to fly in my eye to give me a protein or an enzyme. Well, fly into my eye then. Get over with. Instead of hovering around blocking my view. So over time I noticed they started just flying away. It's just the way it worked. And then I did it with flies. And I think whatever makes the hives that hang, I would say bees, but probably yellow jackets. They're bigger than a bee, but I think I have seen it seeking pollen, but I don't know. But then there were spiders and flies and all kinds of other random insects, big ants, little ants. Hey, little ant. So, uh, that part I can verify to be truthful. I mean, I have gotten lit up. Like, I got a bite here and there, like one or two a day. I'm sitting out there all day long, though, so not too bad. And sometimes I sit out at night. I'm out there running that excavator all day long, so I'm out in it. I'm not running that in the camper. It ain't running while I'm in here. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut this short. Get back to watching my video because this can end up being some crazy long one, or maybe I'll do it in several parts. We'll see. Humans, boy, I tell you, we want, including myself, at least at one time, kept wanting signs and this and that and the other, and I get it. We get signs. We'll if you look around, if you pay attention, there's signs every single day, all day long. There's something in your life that's telling you something. All this is created for us, with us, through the same energy. If you break it down to the basics, a lot of these teachers out there talk about spirituality and the ether and the energetic field and this, that, and the other. Well, my friend, there is a unmeasurable amount more of unseen than there is seen. These little doodads we have, this camper I'm sitting in, these trees and cattle I see and the weeds and all that stuff, all the bugs and birds and all that stuff, that's a minute. That's almost immeasurably small compared to the amount that's out there. You keep hearing about this evolution. I keep hearing about the evolution of humanity, of mankind. I don't want to say mankind because that's man and kind are not. That's an oxymoron. I get it. There's kind men out there and kind women out there, but humanity's not. We're not kind. There was that push for extraterrestrials or otherworldly beings to come visit us. Well, we better calm the hell down first. I wouldn't want to come here. If I'm in a peaceful existence somewhere, I want to come to this place. We got, you name it. Anything from taxes to war. Come on. This is a horrible place. And it's your fault. Hate to break it to you. It's your fault. You agreed to all this. You said, yeah, for centuries, for eons, for millennia, whatever the hell the case is. We've been on a loop for what I call a mile in years. You know, it's been 5,000 some years. That, you know, what's a mile? 5,280? Probably a reason for them feet. That's how many footsteps you got to take to come back out of that circle of holy crap. And I do believe we're at the end of them footsteps. You know, we're at 5,275. So we only got 5 more steps to go. Or 4 maybe, who knows. Uh, but yeah, to bring in this new age, this new hope, this new planet where, you know, in my mind, no bugs bite me. You know what I mean? If there are fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes and leeches and all them other things, so be it. They coexist with us. They live off of something different than, you know what I mean? And wasps and bees and, well, I've already got. I can verify for you that you can communicate with not communicate. I don't have conversations with bugs and insects, but I kind of do. They don't talk back. I don't know their intent. Yeah, I right now I'm at the point where I'm learning observationally. Like I had wasps or hornets, whatever, a couple of them around me yesterday and the day before out here running the excavator, and they kept flying by me, and I just kept calling out, "Hey, personal space," you know. But then I paused for a moment, which is weird for a human to do. Just stop what the hell we're doing. Excuse me. So somewhere along through this video, I'm rewatching it for whatever proofing reasons, I guess. Make sure I didn't forget anything or whatever, or try to sound as clear as I can be. I'm not. I don't want any of this to sound like I'm scolding you or telling you you're different or you need to do this or you need to do that. Do what the hell you want for as long as you want to do what you want to do. I'm not going to love you any less. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what Doug Hill is doing. This is what my goal is. I want to see if you can actually give up all your vices and go on to a better existence where there's no war, no hate, no bug bites. There's no bug bites. Or if there is bug bites, let me know your intent. You know, if mosquitoes need to have human blood for some crazy ass reason, I don't know. Don't make it itch then, and let me know that. You know, you got the numbing agent. Make the numbing agent not itch. I don't feel you sting me. But anyways, so I'm gonna stop this here and somehow edit it into the main video, but there will be interjections. This is obviously way earlier in the morning. And yes, I have my gigantic cup of coffee. I mean, it's pretty big. it's a Cabela's misprint from who knows when. I don't know. Might be worth something. Who knows? It's worth it's worth holding a large quantity of whatever beverage. I know that much. And see, I was looking at me instead of looking at you. That's a little annoying to me, anyways. When I watch a YouTuber who looks at themselves, or I say YouTuber, I'm calling out people across every platform. Quit looking at yourself. Look at the little thing, and I'm just doing this on a Samsung A02. You know, and it's an old phone, and I'm looking over at the top of the phone, over that way, you know, at the camera. Instead of have actual cameras, look at the camera lens, not yourself. I get it. You're pretty. I'm pretty. He's pretty. She's handsome. I'm handsome. You're handsome. Whatever. You know what I mean? Anyways, I guess maybe that came off as scolding. It's not a judgmental thing. It's about letting go of the ego. I get it. It is about the self because I want to look better too. You crazy? You think my nominal Doug is going to look like this? I won't have the aches and pains or other defective parts. You know, I got parts of me are, you know, Like, whatever. It's not about me or I or whatever. I mean, I guess it is about me. This is my journey, and I'm just letting everybody know what my intent is, what my goal is, what I'm looking for. I seek spirituality. I want to see if this exists. I want to chase it down with full intent. So here's another coffee, and I'm probably gonna smoke another cigarette here in a little bit. Because whatever. Today's my last day, I think, of indulging. So it'll be no more coffee, no more cigarettes, no more weed, and I might dabble with a vape. But see, then I'm just taking that one vice and replacing it with another. So need to go all out. Anyways, there's that. I'm gonna stop this now and probably chop it up. I don't know. We'll see. Or I'll interject it somewhere in the video. But back to proofing. And pause and listen, look, observe. Use our senses to observe, not just audio and visual. Use all your senses. Anyways, they have a nest down under the floorboard of the excavator, so whatever. I know in the mornings I don't see them out there because they're chillaxing in their house while I'm running that piece of equipment. And they come out in the afternoon and buzz around. It's fine. We get along. There's flies and stuff that land on the door, the screen door here when I want to come in and out. And I always tell them, look, don't come in. Because I did spray for bugs in here. It's the old school kill all insects type thought, but the damage is done. I don't want them coming in here and die. So they don't. They don't fly in here. Sometimes they do, but then they go right back out. I tell them, go land on the door, go by the door. Something. Make your way over that way. Otherwise, you're going to stay in here and die. I mean, we're going to die anyways. All energy becomes neutral again and becomes more energy again if it chooses. But, so yeah, we just get along. We cooperate, I'd like to be that way with all things, whales and birds and, And I wonder about these teachings. What's going to happen here on this planet here in the next, it's 2026. So I got this fixation with something between 26 and 30. So 2026 now. This is July, the end of July. 2026 when I'm making this video. So what happens between now and say, I don't know, October of 2027 or October of 2030 or December in 2030. I don't know. I got this, again, there's a fixation with October. I have a personal one also, but that's just because it's related to me. I got another date in my mind, but these people out there teaching about manifestation, it's a pyramid scheme, my friends. Until you see it, until you see people performing miracles, that's when it's unlocked. Right now it's not. What they're actually teaching you is how to make YouTube videos, buy their program, sell what they teach you, and you do the same thing. Remember Amway, for some of you that are old enough, Amway or a pyramid scheme? Look that up. What they're doing is they're teaching you to do what they do, how they make money. That's what they're manifesting. They're manifesting money? Are you kidding me? Money has zero to do with spirituality. Zero. Zero. Hate to bust your bubble. If you're sitting there festering and burning incense and crossing your legs and making origami or whatever the hell else you're doing for money, good luck with that. It might happen. You know what I mean? That's just called setting goals. There's a difference between setting goals and having spirituality. There's a huge difference. It'd be like going from point A to point B. There's a immeasurable number of ways to go from point A to point B. But manifestation, money, spirituality and money are not, they're not even in the same category. Cheers, by the way. It's morning down here. I'm in a camper in an isolated part of the world. Well, kind of isolated. It's not nearly as isolated as I'd like it to be. Nothing against humans or other humans or the sound of humans, but we are noisy. We are wasteful. We are destructful. You know. I mean, think of just me to get here. The amount of fuel I used instead of just being able to get myself here physically. I had to fire up my vehicle and burn the fossil fuels and create pollution. And now that I'm smoking, smoke cigarettes on the way down. Well, actually, I didn't really. I only smoked a couple on the way down. So not bad. But anyways, yeah. I don't know what to tell you or why I'm even making this video other than keep on keeping on. I don't know. Stay the course, stay the path. Be happy. I can tell you, I got jack shit as far as materialistic things. I got jack shit as far as money. Yes, I have some of both. But it's not about how much you have. Some people have too much. I know people personally that have a plethora of stuff and look around and think they have nothing. It's crazy. Your shelves are full. You have storage units full. Your car is full. Your cupboards are full. Your fridge is full. And yet you say you have nothing. I don't understand that. So, I don't know. Find your way. Be at peace with yourself no matter where you are. Just for the moment. Yeah, if you want to get pissed off or angry or hate, do it. You're still a human being with human emotions. But then get over it. You know, everybody talks about Dolores Cannon and Abraham Hicks. Well, not really Abraham Hicks. She's not quite as known as Dolores Cannon. Let me tell you something about Dolores Cannon. First of all, her teachings were good. She was on it. Her daughter's a fucking crook. You're still charging over $1,000 per program. Teach these people for free. Quit living beyond your means. How many yachts and houses do you have? What's her net value? Somebody needs to look that up and see if that's actually worth $1,000. But anyways, Abraham Hicks, she always talked about, repetitively, about getting in and out of the vortex. Well, that's part of it. You know what I mean? Have your emotions. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. You know? Let it happen. Let it happen. You know? You wake up, like, you know, the other day I woke up, I kept everything I touched, I dropped or spilled or whatever, and then the whole day continued like that. And I just had to giggle. I mean, I did get angry, I admit it, but it was just for a moment. After a while, it was like, okay, you know, not as a tempting fate thing, but what's next? You know, bring it on. I'm here to learn. I'm here to enjoy. I'm here to, you know, do I need to move slower? Do I need to grip things better? Do I need to pay more attention to my surroundings? Why are these things happening to me? They're all lessons. It's all lessons. Every day, all day long, every moment, every figure, every thought, every situation is a lesson. All of them. It's up to you whether you learn and what you learn from it and how well you learn and how long you retain it. You can learn a lesson one day, even if, no matter how profound it is. Like the worst massive heartbreak in your life, and then go do it again a couple years later, or a couple months later, you know. People that can't be alone tend to do that a lot. They'll find one loser and then get destroyed, and then that's it, I'm over it, and 2 months later, or a year later, or whatever it is, they're back dating another loser. They're trying to fix what's wrong with them. And I get it. I'm not judgmental about the loser, as I say, air quote, loser, right? So the loser has a role too. The loser's there to teach. We all came back here as energy. It's such a big fucking lie. I can't stand it when people talk about the good and the bad and how it's good, evil, and this, that, and that. Look, Energy's energy. Energy has no direction. It has no form. It has no affiliation. Uh, it has no allegiance. It's energy. It's just a form. They come back here to teach. The killers, the murderers, the rapists, people want to go down that rabbit hole. But guess what? They're here for a purpose too. Maybe they're finishing their karma. Maybe they're giving back the karma that was due to the person that they, you know what I mean? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know the truth. We don't know all of it yet. I will tell you that with my belief, my understanding, my research, my actual physical research, and as far as what's came to me, yeah, the energetic field is definitely non-aligned to anything. You pick the worst of the worst of the worst, and that's what we're here for. If you go by the old biblical thing where Adam and Eve were told not to eat from the tree of life, because then they would know pain and suffering, this, that, and the other, whatever else the Bible says. I'm not exactly a scholar on the Bible, but the gist of the story is that. Well, and Garden of Eden was allegedly to be a pristine place where there was no death, no this, that, and the other. So I get it. Think about that for a minute. If you're talking at the beginning of time, Adam and Eve, this story. Let's go along with the story here. So Adam and Eve said, "Yeah, let's have duality. Let's eat from this proverbial tree of life. This fruit, this forbidden fruit." Well, then they had duality. Duality includes both ends of the spectrum, folks. We tend to think heaven on earth. Yeah, I get it, but not now, not yet. Is it here? Do you see it? Are the wars over? Do you still pay taxes? Do you own what you own? You don't own what the fuck you own. Anyways, so with love there's hate. With life there's death. With building there's destroying. That's duality. There's peace, there's war. On and on and on. Light and dark. So that's where we are. That's where we honestly are. And again, I'm going to reiterate on the other YouTubers out there, and God bless them for putting out whatever free messages they do. But we're so lost. You watch these YouTubers and or platformers. I tend to just stay on YouTube because there's a million platforms. I do have other platforms I look at, but not like I do YouTube. Anyways, I'll watch these new people. They'll come out and they'll start broadcasting, and they're all about this, that, and the other, and they're spot on. They're talking about that. Then they become popular. Next thing you know, they got a members only place. Well, that's division. You're creating division. You are teaching spirituality. You're teaching spirituality, right? So a spiritual existence, and yet you create duality. So if I'm not in your members club, or I don't have enough money to be part of your group, I don't get the whole message. What did you do before you started doing YouTube? What did you do before you started getting paid from YouTube or whatever platform you're on? What did you do then? How'd you make your money? Did you live in your mom's basement? Do you still live in your mom's basement? Go back and live in your mom's basement. Teach for free. If Dolores Cannon's group, her daughter and them, have you signed some sort of waiver that you can't teach what you're taught because they charge money for it, shame on them. Guess what? They're on a loop. And so is every other YouTuber out there that teaches spirituality. If you have a members thing and you're doing whatever. But the cold hard truth is this, folks. If you're charging for spirituality, good luck with that. Good luck on finding your own path. You might inadvertently teach somebody through your free videos, your bait clicks, your clickbaits. Oh, this person sounds interesting. I'll go ahead and join their membership or buy this program for $1,000 or $900 or $600 or $500, per person. Come on, folks. How are these people living? No one asks questions. We're blind sheep. We're just wandering around looking for something Someone comes along, says, ooh, that sounds good. And we just follow them right off the cliff. Wake up. Wake up. Start asking questions. Ask questions every single day about every single thing. If you feel like you need to ask a question about something, ask it. Either ask it to yourself or ask it out loud. Or do both. Do both. Always do both. Better yet, ask yourself the question, then ask out there. See what compare the answers. See what you get. See what the difference is. See if they mesh. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it's the end of July. We got August, September, October of this year. You know, and I'm not one for making predictions other than like a vagueness, because that's the way it really truly works. Just because of the timelines. There's 8 billion people on this planet. There possibly could be 8 billion timelines. Depends on where you are. Say we're on a very similar timeline. It's not the same timeline. And surely there are people that are not on any timeline at all. They don't even know what timelines are. They have no idea. They just go about their day doing what they do. They have no interest in spirituality or seeking wisdom or anything like that. They just go and do. Which nothing wrong with that either. You know what I mean? Love it all. Give love to it all. Anyways, I think I'm done with my rant. I have no idea how long this video is, but there's that. From my little camper out in the middle of the woods, right straight to you, I send you unconditional love. And I love you completely, just the way you are. I don't care about any of your status. I don't care about your attributes. I don't care about your bank account, how many things you have, own, or whatever. None of that. It's my energetic form to your energetic form. I love you. I will always love you. And we'll see what comes. If I actually start getting somewhere, then yeah, I will try to send back that sign or be the sign. That's my choice. Because maybe humans do need proof. You know, maybe we need proof to you know, the great solar flash. People talk about the great solar flash. They're just waiting for a light switch to kick on so they can be woken. Meanwhile, they do nothing internally or spiritually. They just want to, you know, oh, cool, everything's cool now. That kind of sign maybe ain't going to happen. You know, the great catastrophe, all that. You know, if you start looking up the Great Flood, it wasn't so great. You know, you go fast forward 2,000 years from now and try to figure out what floods happened. You'll hear of great floods. Did it flood the world? I don't know. You do your research. See what you come up with. Was there great resets of humanity? You betcha. Every time we started to get too close to somewhere, we chose, as human beings, for a reset. These people out there that want these earthquakes and volcanoes and winds and tidal waves and tsunamis, I guess that's the same thing. But anyways, that's what they want. That's what they talk about. That's what they see. That's what they really, truly want to see. They want to see death and destruction. They want to see a reset. Think somehow it's magically going to be better when there's no one else around. I don't want to see that. Imagine the stench from the dead, the decay of whatever. I mean, just the plant life alone. But you'd have every kind of wildlife, you know, rotten. All of our chemicals, all of our whatever we have as human beings, just laid waste in piles, staking up the place. Yeah, it'd be great. There'd be no more taxes. You go around and drive any car you want till it runs out of gas because, you can't pump gas from his new electric. Anyways, be the world you wish to see. That's about the best advice I can give anybody. It does work. I am living proof of that. And yes, I still have my days. I'm not riding a unicorn to work. I'm not able to just walk underwater and transport myself across vast distances. But who's to say? Maybe someday we'll be able to do that. Maybe someday we'll be able to. Uh, I don't know what the term would be, but transport ourselves energetically, take our energy. I get it, there's this physical part, but even if you use technology, say like in Star Trek, the transporter, you know what I mean? Go into the device and just pop over somewhere. You don't have to have a device there to receive it. It just takes you apart, puts you there. But maybe we could do that ourselves. Maybe we can fly, be like a bird, be like a fish, swim in the ocean. I challenge you, anybody that's watching this, think of all the places you've been and think of all the places you'd like to see. And I promise you, no matter how worldly you are, there's probably more that you have not seen than you have seen, regardless of your travels. So, yes, I'm still smoking. And drinking coffee. Again, cheers. Another early morning video I'm editing into my other video. Maybe someday we'll be able to do that. And as a human being, you know what I mean? I'm sure after some sort of uh, ecological evolution or whatever you want to term it as, our energetic form would just be energy. There's a movie called Powder. It wasn't very popular, but it's about this albino and what he becomes. You know, it's actually a pretty good movie. But maybe we just become energy, just a form, an orb. You hear people seeing orbs here. Maybe that's a human in absolute, you know. Think of where we come from. I get it. Oop, did that one on camera. Uh, there's a study of life where life starts and this, that, and the other. I mean, you could believe in evolution or whatever. But just for the sake of argument, going with the energetic thing. So, say we are energy in the flesh. So we're an energetic being in the flesh. And I get it. The miracle of birth. The mother actually grows an organ. Is that crazy? We always just call it the placenta. You want to go down a rabbit hole? Look up placenta. Look up how we're born, how we're created. The egg chooses the semen. I think everybody else thinks there's a million. She gets to choose from however many semen are in that particular dose. But yeah, we're born in amniotic fluid, right? We're born underwater. So, anyways, to eliminate a lot of rambling here, just the miracle of birth. Okay, that's a whole nother video. But the energetic, the soul, the spirit, right? Me personally, I divide it up into parts, per se, just for my bettering of understanding in human form, right? So, spirit, my spirit. So me, myself, and I. So me is Doug. Me would be Doug. the guy making this video, this human being, and my spirit, so my higher self, the I. So the I, when I would say I, or break it down to I, the whole I am teaching, there's a whole big fan base for that too. But anyways, the I is the spirit. Soul is what's in my body. That's myself. That's who my energy came into this. The I came into me. The I became me, right? So myself and I became myself. And that's how I break it down. That's how I break it down for. So at what level do we get past the physical is where this was all going. What point do we say, well, or become, I don't know, this is getting way out on a limb, but like a shapeshifter, You just say that ain't possible. Going back to some of Dolores Cannon's original teachings about people coming back as a rock or a plant or whatever. Then you can also be another human or a tree or a bird or a fish or a whale or whatever. A spider. Be a spider. Anyways, so that's all part of my journey. That's all part of what I want to eventually get to. Right now, I'm just working on, I've mastered, I think, I'm mastering anyways, the insect world, and it'd be nice to have the wildlife come up to me too. Just naturally come up to me. I know I've seen people feeding birds and petting wild birds and wild deer, wild raccoons, wild whatever. You know what I mean? So it happens already. That part is already unlocked. I want to do that too. There's a lot of things I want to do in human form before I go off to being some sort of this energetic being. I understand. I have a lot of memories of whatever, past lives, if you will. Just wild dreams, very vivid. Anyways, but there's still more I want to explore physically. I want to experience it. So why not experience it? Why not have that? So, anyways, back to the video. Actually, this is the end of the video. This will be edited into the end of the video. So I bid you adieu. Look up the word adieu. I do want to learn some other languages. So maybe I'll make a short video on that. Ancient Sanskrit, or I think it's not Hebrew. Anyways, another language. Basically, the one that's known as Jesus Christ spoke, actually, because he didn't speak. His native tongue wouldn't have been Hebrew. It's kind of a misteaching, at least to my understanding. Anyways, I love you completely. Go do what you're going to do. Try to make the best of it. And hey, by all means, to steal a tag, smile more. I love you. You're one of a kind. Smile more. Smile more. Just smile more.